Arctic Star Exploration, operated by a team of proven mine finders, is focused on diamonds in Finland and the Northwest Territories of Canada. Work programs are underway in Finland and planned for Canada this summer. Arctic Star trades on the TSX Venture Exchange symbol ADD, on Frankfurt symbol 82A1, and the OTCQB symbol AESDZF. Please visit our website arcticstar.ca or call us at 604-689-1799.
You're listening to HowStreet.com radio, available online at TalkDigitalNetwork.com. Welcome to HowStreet.com radio, the online source for market opinions. Here is Jim Goddard.
My guest is Rick Ackerman, editor of the newsletter Rick's Picks, his website, rickackerman.com. Rick, welcome back to the show after taking a bit of medical leave. I hope you're okay.
It's good to be back, Jim. I've been in Houston at MD Anderson for what began as a lump on my throat back in January. But MD Anderson's a good place to seek care, and I think I've come away with a pretty good prognosis. So I'm just trying to get settled in Florida, and I've been watching the markets pretty closely, but let's just say that they're a difficult read right now.
And you've had all the time in the world to look at it.
Yeah, I had plenty of time on my hands, and you can sort of go crazy on a day like today when we see the Dow is up a whopping 5 points. And of course, in the guru business, you're paid. People like your subscribers expect you to say something, and sometimes there's really not a lot you can say unless you hang yourself out on a limb.
Well, let's take stuff a step at a time. Tariff wars across the planet, that can't be good, can it?
I didn't take it seriously initially. I thought, well, this is just Trump playing poker. But lo and behold, a month later, you get to wondering, is this just poker? Is he really serious? And, instead of sort of an easing trend there, we've had the Chinese sort of dig in their heels. And, of course, Canada and Europe are no happier than they were initially. So I thought it would settle out, especially because Trump did manage to work out deals with New Zealand and I think Argentina and South Korea. But it looks like all the other, all other trading partners are just holding out, I hope, for more or for better. But yes, I think the trading war possibility is worse than it was a month ago.
Is there a real possibility we're going to see the USA versus the world, and the world will gang up on the U.S.?
I don't think it can. It's not going to be a gang up situation. It's probably going to be on even without some sort of truce, it's going to be on a country by country basis. We have different arrangements, and they'll have to sort themselves out. But I think that even without some sort of grand agreement, the players are going to quickly tire of beating each other up with tariffs, and they may not put a chokehold on the economy as you might expect. Everybody loses, of course, and as I understood it, Trump's last round with the Chinese was just kind of a bluff. There were X number of items, a long laundry list, but it was with, let's say, the non-essential things like cathode ray tubes. So it's wait and see at this point, and on any given day, the Wall Street's feelings about the tariff war are being ascribed as the reason for whatever the market has done. So today, with the Dow sort of fluctuating around the zero axis of profit or gains or losses, I guess tariffs aren't much on investors' minds.
We'll have more with Rick Ackerman right after the break.
Ackerman Resources Limited is a gold exploration company with significant projects in British Columbia, Saskatchewan, and the Yukon. Trading on the TSX Venture Exchange, symbol ABN, and the pink symbol ABN-AF. Surrounded by world-class gold deposits and mines, Ackerman's 23,000 hectares Forest Kerr Gold Project is located in the heart of the Golden Triangle in northwestern BC. For more information, visit us at ackermanresources.com.
I'm Kelly Jennings, CEO of PowerBand Solutions. PowerBand is a cloud-based provider of auction, inventory, and finance solutions that make buying, selling, and financing vehicles more efficient. Powerband Solutions trades on the TSX Venture Exchange symbol PBX and on the OTCQB symbol PWWPF and on Frankfurt symbol 1ZV. For more information, please visit us at powerbandsolutions.com.
Welcome back. We're chatting with Rick Ackerman. Rick, in uncertain times, usually gold is the thing people go to. But in this case, if the market drops, will they liquidate their gold to pay off their debts?
I think that's sort of a traditional interpretation of what happens. I guess it does to some extent because, gold isn't gathering any interest. It's not paying any dividends. You're just sitting on it. And I would say, and I'm feeling that in a personal way. Over the years, I've given my two sons gold, platinum, and silver coins, mostly non-numismatics, but there are some collectibles in there. And I'm encouraging them to sell them now, and I'm okay when I'm looking at a chart and forecasting the ABCs. I tend to get it right, but on gut instinct, I've had so many experiences where, I'm getting out of gold and I'll probably hit the exact low. So I'm a good contrary indicator there. But, I've told my sons that they should look at these gold coins as just one investment. But when you do that, you always have to think of the opportunity cost. What could you be doing with the same money in something else? So, I just don't, I'll buy gold, let's say, at timely intervals, and we can get them pretty closely spaced. Right now, I'm using a target in COMEX August Gold of 1235.90, trading 1251.30. So yeah, I'd be a huge buyer, just $16 below where we are, but I'd also keep a very small, very tight stop loss in there. For your listeners who want it even tighter, I would say you could buy on August COMEX 1246.40 with the stop loss as cheap as tight as 50 cents. So I'm loving gold. I'm a bull at very specific prices, but I'm not going to stick around. So that's how I really do it. But where the rubber meets the road, at a very practical level, I'm telling my sons, hey, you might be able to do better with the proceeds from the coins that you hold than just sticking with them. And that's especially true for platinum. I'm looking at the chart now. They could have sold their platinum nobles for $2,400 a piece at one time. They're going to get more like $8.50 now, and I could see prices below $500 on platinum. So I'm just, it's not entirely instinctual. I'm just looking at my charts and trying to do the right thing by them.
We'll have more with Rick Ackerman right after this.
I'm Brian Fowler, president of Blind Creek Resources Limited, listed on the TSX Venture Exchange, ticker symbol BCK. Blind Creek is focused in the Yukon, Northwest Territories, and British Columbia. The company's key property is the Blend Project, one of the largest undeveloped lead-zinc-silver deposits in Western Canada, plus plans to advance the recently acquired, fully permitted historic engineer gold mine in the Atlan District of Northwestern BC. Check us out at blindcreekresources.com.
Don't miss out. Stay informed. Receive the HowStreet.com weekly recap with thought-provoking podcasts, radio, and articles delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the HowStreet.com weekly recap on our homepage at HowStreet.com.
Welcome back. We're chatting with Rick Ackerman. Rick, with so many tariffs flying around, would the automotive sector be absolutely crazy to invest in right now?
It's so hard to pick. When you have Tesla with a valuation more than GM was able to amass over, since 1907, you think there's so much silliness in it. So I don't know. The auto business is so unsettled. I guess they are more settled than we might have imagined they would be on the idea of moving toward a hybrid fleet. And it looks like what look like pretty ambitious mileage standards are going to get met. So, but the whole business is changing, and I guess to the extent that it does, it's going to change even the way we generate the energy to power those cars, because although it seems pretty clean to plug your Tesla into the wall, that power has to come from somewhere, whether it's the rare these days coal-fired generating station or nuclear or wind power or whatever. So I if you talk about investing in cars, you have to look at Tesla, and I think the stock is nuts. I mean, I'm projecting higher prices. The stock is currently around 352, and I'm going to give you something like an ironclad guarantee it's going to go to 385. So we've got a 10%er right from where we are today, and it looks like it get there within the next couple of weeks. So if you're annualizing that, it's pretty good. So just based on Tesla's chart, sure, go ahead and buy the autos.
Canada legalizes pot October 17th. Are marijuana stocks a good idea?
No. The market is so atomized. There's so many ways it could go. You've still got that huge divergence between a billion anecdotes about how marijuana cures everything from cancer to seizures, and yet the legal establishment is still dead set against it, let's say in the form of Jeff Sessions, our Attorney General. So it's such a long haul, really. It's even worse than investing in drug companies that are involved in trials. With marijuana, there's so many perils. You don't really know. Not only do you not know who the big players are, even the ones who claim to be jockeying for a commanding position in the marijuana market as it develops. You don't even know what the market's going to be, whether it's going to be centered on healthcare-related, marijuana-derived products, or whether it's going to be just people puffing weed. So, if you think you can pick a winner out of the thousands of possibilities that are there right now as investables, then go ahead and try. But it's just not a space I want to be in.
Cybercurrencies, cryptocurrencies, are they the tulips of the modern age?
I put something out on one of the sites where I do interviews, Coral and Economics Report, and I mentioned that even though I've got in my own a bunch of subscribers, some real Bitcoin experts, they're in my chat room every day, not one of them has been able to answer the fundamental question, why should Bitcoin be worth anything? And the best answer they've been able to give is that the supply of them is limited, and if that's the definition of money, it's then I'm a monkey's uncle. There could be a Jim Goddard Bitcoin tomorrow, a cryptocurrency, and its valuation, whether you're going to be a millionaire or a billionaire overnight, Jim, will depend on your credibility. And so here you are with this money of yours, cryptocurrency, the Jim Goddard coin or the Jim Goddard crypto, and you could do that. Anybody could do it. Well, you have to wonder whether the powers that be are going to allow that franchise to exist. Where the crypto guys say this is the wave of the future because it's money without the government intruding on us and keeping track. But the fact is, the government's going to own a franchise if cryptos ever become worth anything. So, you can only hope that whatever crypto you're holding or you've instigated, that you get a good valuation when you're grandfathered into the government system. So I'm not a believer in cryptocurrencies, because at a really fundamental level, I cannot bring myself to see why a Bitcoin will be worth anything.
There are some currencies that are based on real things like gold and wine. Is that good enough?
Yeah, and that's a point this guy made yesterday in an argument. He said that the currencies that are said to have backing, there is no backing, and this guy is he's a little bit of I'm not going to say tinfoil hat guy, but he says that any gold that U.S. holds officially is really just plated tungsten, that the gold was stolen, that was the worst heist in the history of humanity when U.S. gold disappeared from storage vaults on 9/11. So I don't know. I do say I'll agree with the point that whatever is called a currency in this world, whether it's a Swiss franc or a dollar, there's nothing behind it. So in that sense, cryptocurrencies are no better or worse.
Rick, thank you so much for chatting with us.
Always a pleasure, Jim.
We've been speaking with Rick Ackerman, editor of the newsletter Rick's Picks. His website, rickackerman.com. I'm Jim Goddard. Thanks for listening.
Comments made on HowStreet.com radio are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any matter whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Available online at TalkDigitalNetwork.com. HowStreet.com radio is a production of HowStreet Media Incorporated.